Hello traders, this is Rich with Breathingwiththemarkets.com. Today is June 12th, 2025. How you doing today? Exposing prop firms, traders. Exposing prop firms. Prop firms have a lack of integrity, traders. They have rules set for thee and not for me. And they have rules set for me and not for thee. They can change the rules at any time. Any platform that is not automated, in my opinion, is not honest and not equal across the board. That's a fact. If they have limits on how many evaluations you can have, if they have limits on how many funded accounts you can have, if they have limits on your strategy, if they have limits how many seconds you need to be in the market, or how many minutes maximum, if they have limits on close of day, when you need to be out of the market, all of that stuff. Traders, listen to me carefully. All of that stuff would have and should have been automated. Why? Because that's the only way you can treat traders equal. Not friends and family. Not live stream traders. Not the affiliates. All of those people are being treated differently than you, traders. I am no victim to the system I signed up for. I am exposing the system with my own money. That's a fact. I know how to trade the shit out of a market each and every day. I practice my skill each and every day. I don't copy trade 20 combines. I don't copy trade 20 PA accounts, or whatever you want to call them. I don't copy trade them. I trade each account individually, which is much harder than copy trading one trade per day. I don't YOLO all the way up to the top and then go ahead and take out $200 days for 5 days to take out a $5,000 withdrawal, trader. That's what they want you to do. And then they call them real traders. They're not real traders. Some of them might be, and most of them are not. That's what they've done. They go to a prop firm where they're not known, and they YOLO the shit out of it all the way up to the top. And by the time they find out, it's too late. But they're too fucking stupid to understand that, are they? They can't fucking really understand who has a skill and who doesn't, because they have broken their own system. They have allowed gamblers in there to trade live with them. And then all of a sudden they get to live. What happened to their big days? They can't make big days because it scares the shit out of them. They can't trade big. Why? Because it scares the shit out of them. They didn't have a fucking strategy to get up to $150,000 in a short period of time. It was called YOLO. You only live once, traders. As these prop firms continue to squeeze real traders out of the market, they will be left holding an empty bag. Some learn faster than others. If you're following a streamer where it's smash and grab, pass or fail, kill it or take it, all of these things, all of these streams are doing, taking 20 accounts, trying to pass 20 accounts at one time. In 2 days. In just 2 days, passing 20 accounts. And they take 2 trades. That's called fucking gambling for you fucking gurus out there. Who takes 20 accounts and YOLOs them all at once? Those are the prop firms allowing that. Who takes 5 combines and YOLOs them at once? Who takes 10 of them and YOLOs them at once? That's why they have a copy trader, right? All of their rules are subjective and are not equal to each and every trader. I can show that. I can prove that. Absolutely I can. I bought many accounts for mentees to show them with my own funds. And they didn't ask me to. I did it out of my own heart. And it's not a big deal to me. And then all of a sudden, you get denied buying other accounts. All of a sudden, they want to pull the hat trick on you. Why? Because I have documented very well that what I was going to do and size up in the accounts and take some bigger payouts. I said that in advance. That was not called fucking YOLOing. That was called being confident with the skill that you have. And showing that they will pinch you out. What about telling people that they cannot trade certain strategies? Why do they think their strategy is so great? Why do they have these classes? Why do they have these trading classes that are so fucking basic? And then all of a sudden the traders go into a gambling spree. If they only allow a certain amount of evaluations per month, make it across the fucking board. Right? Listen, traders. Let's get them to make it across the board and see where they end up a year from now. They don't want that. You know why they don't want that? It's because they would lose their ass. There wouldn't be enough failed combines in the industry to pay the other traders. $19 million in a month profit for them is not fucking enough. They're the greedy bastards, right? I'm not speaking on behalf of one prop firm. I'm talking in general, and you know who they are. As you can see, and as you will see in the coming days and weeks, as things continue to change, you will see payouts denied. You would say people that are getting basically told that they cannot purchase the bigger accounts. Well, why not? Are you scared? Are you scared you created a system for the gamblers, but not traders? That's why. There's two sides of the story, one always one fucking fact. And the facts don't lie. You either have a skill or you don't have a skill. That's a matter of fact. Makes sense, right? Hiding behind your little fucking computer, hiding behind your little streamers and affiliates is not going to work in the long run. I don't stream for a reason because I don't think it's okay to have 500 to 1,000, 2,000 people, 15,000 people following you, taking the same trades. But taking the high road, it doesn't always get you there. Because most that take the low road and have some other plan that is not based on a skill make it to the fucking top, cheating their way through life. That's a fact. So for all those prop firms that are denying payouts, that are squeezing people's accounts, that are throwing them into the one percenters, which is full of shit, watch out for the traders that really know how to trade. Because if you're really looking for traders and you want to brag about you're willing to put up the money for these traders and you have some fucking system that is going to tell you whether a trader's great or not, what about the guy or girl that YOLO'd $150,000 and a $50,000 account all the way up and then decided to fucking go on Asia session, then decided to go on the Asia session and just fucking take one mini at a time or two minis, or not even minis, or one micro or two micros, 5 micros at a time just to make $200 for 5 days. And then get a $5,000 payout. And then you move them to live. Why'd you move someone to live that YOLO 2 accounts up there? Is that a trader? That's called a gambler. That's what the system's for. To pay those gamblers out. Yes, absolutely. They say they have a system. No, it's subjective. Any system that treats traders equal must be online, automated. Such as the Big House. No affiliation with E-Trade, Schwab, all of these different professional platforms. It's all automated. They don't give a fuck if you lose all your money. They're not calling you. They're margin calling your ass. That's the real game. They're not hiding behind the bullshit that they're looking for traders. No, you're looking for gamblers because that's how you get paid. Find traders that are actually taking consistent payouts, you squeeze them out, no matter how much they've made, because it doesn't work on your books. They become a risk to you because you have to actually pay them out. That's a fact, and you still hold 10-20%. There are some firms out there that both limit how many basically accounts that you can have funded. That's a fact. And those firms right there, it's across the board. The firms that don't have that are more than likely gambling. They want you to blow accounts until they have it right underneath it and they want to throw it back in your face and they have no idea why you blew those accounts. Well, could it be your spreads? Have you ever heard of that word since you know how to gamble? Your spreads are too fucking wide. When I go ahead and close and I'm in profit, by $2,000 and I end up with $300 fucking dollars, that's called a scam. And all of those people losing their accounts is because your fucking spreads are wide. Not because they don't know how to trade. It's because they need a better skill. And then you find traders that have a better skill, what do you do with them? Get out. Nudge. Probation. Limit accounts. Schemers and scammers. Those that are calling steamers and scammers are the steamers and scammers themselves. How many times have you seen that, traders? Where someone who is actually doing harm is actually blaming others of doing the same thing that they're actually doing. That's a fact. Stay tuned. I wish all you well. We should all expose the prop firms, each and every one of them. Those who treat others differently and do not treat traders equally should be exposed in the best interest of the trading world and the industry itself. Peace, traders.